How's everybody doing today? You excited for tomorrow? In just a couple minutes, we're going to be hearing from the man who is going to save America, Donald J. Trump. Before Mr. Trump takes the stage, I'm going to take just a moment to tell each and every one of you, as Mr. Trump's senior policy advisor, the real truth about Goldman Sachs' favorite senator, Ted Cruz. Now, Ted Cruz doesn't want to talk about the issues in this race. In fact, Ted Cruz is so eager to avoid talking about the issues in this race, the issues affecting your lives. Ted Cruz himself is bringing up hit pieces on him. Ted Cruz brought up the Inquirer story and then blamed us for that. Ted Cruz is probably going to bring up the D.C. Madam story and blame us for that too, because he doesn't want to talk about the issues affecting your life. I was working in the Senate in 2013, and we had an epic fight over immigration, affecting the lives of every person in this room. Ted Cruz put forward an amendment to double Muslim immigration into the United States. No screening, no security measures, nothing to prevent ISIS from infiltrating this country, because Ted Cruz is an extremist. Ted Cruz introduced an amendment to increase by 500% the number of foreign workers coming into this country. That is an extreme and radical agenda. Do you want to support someone like Ted Cruz who puts foreign workers ahead of American workers? Or do you want someone like Donald J. Trump who believes in jobs and wages for American workers first? On another issue that affects the lives of you and every single person in this state, Ted Cruz sided with Goldman Sachs and the globalists over the working people who are the heart and soul of this country, and that's the issue of trade. In 2015, Barack Obama came to the U.S. Senate and he said, "I need you to help me pass my trade bill, my TPP." And you know what Ted Cruz said? He said, "Yes, sir, whatever you want." Do you want to support a man like Ted Cruz who sides with Obama over you on trade? Or do you want to keep manufacturing jobs inside the United States? Wisconsin has lost 20% of its manufacturing jobs since 2000. It has been heartbreaking. Factories have shut down. More factories are shutting down now, just like Oscar Mayer. Working people who built this country are being deprived of their jobs, their incomes, their wages, their ability to support their children. And the people in Washington, D.C., who lecture Mr. Trump about his tone, don't care when your factory shuts down. They don't care when your wages go down. They don't care when your children don't have a bright economic future, as long as they're making money. We pushed an amendment to crack down on Chinese currency cheating. Ted Cruz opposed that amendment. Can you side with somebody who supports China over America? No! Or do you support Donald J. Trump, who puts America first? Ted Cruz is a radical Wall Street globalist who will rip the beating heart out of manufacturing inside the United States of America. We cannot let that happen. Will you support Donald Trump and save manufacturing in Wisconsin? Do you remember in Chicago when the protesters attacked the cops? And do you remember after that, when Senator Ted Cruz, instead of standing with law enforcement, sided with the protesters? Can you support someone who sides with protesters over cops? Or will you support a candidate like Donald J. Trump, who supports the men and women in blue? One final thing. I talked a moment ago about tone. Now, Donald Trump is running a campaign about love of country, about love of neighbor, about love of family, about our love for each other, and our desire to have our children have the best future. The special interests in D.C. who complain and weep their crocodile tears over Donald Trump's tone because he's tough on illegal immigration, because he's tough on crime, because he's tough on corruption. Have these special interests in D.C., have these political bosses Did they weep any tears when your factory closed? No. Did they weep any tears when Kate Steinle died? No. Did they weep any tears when your wages didn't rise in 20 years? No. Because they don't care about you. All they care about themselves. This election is a referendum on 40 years of failed leadership that has betrayed the working people of this country. They have contempt for you. They have contempt for your families. They tell you your concerns aren't legitimate. You're wrong for wanting a secure border. You're wrong for wanting rising wages. You're wrong for wanting keeping factories. This is your chance. This is your once-in-a-lifetime chance on Tuesday to take back control of your country. Will you do it? And will you send Ted Cruz back to Washington, D.C. and tell him you will never be president of the United States? Ted Cruz is a radical Wall Street globalist who will destroy Wisconsin, and Donald Trump will save this country, and he will save Wisconsin. So I'm appealing to all of you. Will you get out and vote on Tuesday? Will you vote for your country? Will you vote for your family? Will you vote for your jobs? Will you vote for a secure border? Will you vote to keep out the terrorists? This is your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is your chance. This is your moment. One more time. Will you on Tuesday stand strong and vote for Donald J. Trump? Thank you and God bless.
We will make America great again.